You are watching now The Lotus Bloom, a Story of Buddha.
Once upon a time, in a tranquil village, nestled at the foothills of a serene mountain range, lived a young boy named Siddhartha. His father, the king, had grand visions for his son and ensured he lived a life of luxury and privilege within the palace walls.
As Siddhartha grew older, he became increasingly curious about the world beyond the palace gates. One day, against his father's wishes, he ventured into the village. What he saw left an indelible mark on his heart. He witnessed the suffering of the common people, the elderly, and the sick. Deeply moved by the realities of life, Siddhartha decided to renounce his princely life in search of a higher truth that could alleviate the suffering of all beings. He set out on a spiritual journey, wandering through forests and engaging with various ascetics and scholars. However, the answers he sought remained elusive. One day, Siddhartha decided to meditate under a Bodhi tree, vowing not to rise until he discovered the truth. As he delved deep into meditation, Mara, the embodiment of desire and illusion, sought to distract him. Mara unleashed storms and temptations, but Siddhartha remained steadfast.
Finally, as the first rays of dawn illuminated the landscape, Siddhartha attained enlightenment. He became the Buddha, the awakened one. He realized the Four Noble Truths, the truth of suffering, the cause of suffering, the end of suffering, and the path to the end of suffering. With newfound wisdom, the Buddha spent the rest of his life sharing his teachings with all who would listen. He emphasized compassion, mindfulness, and the Eightfold Path, a guide to leading a life of moderation, wisdom, and ethical conduct.
One day, a man approached the Buddha and asked, "What is the secret to happiness?" The Buddha smiled and replied, "The secret to happiness is not in avoiding suffering, but in understanding it. Embrace the path of compassion." For in lifting, the man, inspired by the Buddha's words, devoted his life to helping those in need. As he walked the path of compassion, he discovered a profound truth. The more he gave, the more he received.
And so, the legacy of the Buddha's teachings continued, like a lotus that blooms amidst the murky waters, symbolizing purity and enlightenment. The story of Siddhartha, who became the Buddha, serves as a timeless reminder that true happiness lies in understanding and alleviating the suffering of others.